What is up, everybody? Turboversity here today. Another update on Redfall. So I did a video a few hours ago saying how I am kind of enjoying the game of Redfall. My stance has now changed again on this game. It's like a roller coaster with this game. There's ups and down points with this game. But I went from how I am kind of enjoying it for a few hours ago. I am freaking loving this game now. That is my official stance. So I am loving this game. And I know this game is getting a lot of pushback online. A lot of people are saying they hate this game, they don't like the game. But let's be honest. How many of these people are just Xbox haters to begin with? How many people even boot up the game to even start the game? A lot of these people are just going by hearsay and Metacritic scores. That's why I just suggest people play the game for yourself and decide for yourself if this game is good or not. Like, don't listen to my opinion, don't listen to other people's opinion, especially don't listen to some of the fanboy opinions, because all they're going to do is hate the game anyway, because they can't even play the game. They have no access to even playing the game if they wanted to. So they're just going to hate on the game regardless. But I am having a blast with this game. Sure, I don't think it deserves a crazy score like a 9 or a 10 out of 10 because it's kind of unfinished. But I am having fun. I like the lore of the game. The whole vampires taking over this island is a pretty cool concept. There's crazy like side missions and missions in general where the story gets kind of crazy. Like, I guess some slight spoiler. Well, I'm pretty sure like if you don't care about the game, you should care about the spoilers to begin with. So I guess slight spoiler. There's a scientist. There's one part of the game where it's like there's a scientist who's doing experiments on somebody close to him. And then you're like, what? As you keep playing through the game, you're like, what? Is he really doing experiments on somebody that he was supposed to take after? But yes, he's doing that, and it's very reminiscent to the if you're an anime fan, from an anime fan like Full Metal Alchemist. That's the first thing that came to mind because like, the same situation happened where you have this one scientist who was doing like experimentations on his daughter, and then like we have the infamous scene from that anime where like the daughter was like a hybrid of a human and a monster as well because he was doing experiments. Kind of same thing as this one, but not like to that extent. But the fact that they were doing experiments on somebody they cared about is just very telling. So that was a cool concept that caught me off guard. Like I said before, one of my previous videos, I like how there's like this one mission where they can the vampires was like luring people out to a certain warehouse to like capture them and feed on them by broadcasting radio signals that are saying that, hey, this location is safe, but it's really like a vampire death trap, and you gotta stop that broadcast to stop them from feeding on the unsuspecting survivors. So there's a lot of cool lore moments, even though I kind of don't like how they decided to do the cutscenes. I kind of wish they just went all out with the just make full like regular cutscenes, like live action cutscenes or whatever. So because it's kind of like the comic book art style, like you've seen like games earlier from Xbox as well, like from As Dusk Falls, I believe that indie game was. That was Xbox exclusive. It's like a weird comic book animation style. I don't like that. I kind of wish they just went full out, like how Borderlands or like how any other, like especially like how Far Cry games do the cutscenes like that. But I'm enjoying it. I am definitely loving the game right now. I can definitely see what somebody give this game a 7 or 8 out of 10. Like people are like freaking out, like how can you give this game a 7 or 8 out of 10? I can definitely see why I can get that score. The game is fun. It's a fun game under all the like rough patches because it's not at a solid 60. It's at 30, which they definitely should have made it launch at 60. The textures are really blurry. The environments are not looking that great, but man, I really want this game to do good. Even though the pushback is so heavy right now with so much negativity, I kind of want the game to do good because I think this game deserves a sequel. Like the game would definitely be a 10 out of 10, at 9 out of 10 range with a sequel because it can just improve upon everything that's bad about this game, improving in the sequel. But hopefully Phil Spencer realizes that people are loving this game right now. Even though there might be a small minority of people who are loving this game, but I am part of that minority. I am freaking loving this game right now. It has all the aspects of a Far Cry game, of a Fallout style. I wish it was more like Fallout. I kind of do wish it was more like Fallout. We had like more NPCs that can give you quests because there are NPCs who give you quests, but there needs to be more. Like it needs to be like not as empty. Like more enemies who like are trying to resist against the vampires as well too. Besides the one in a safe house that you first meet, there needs to be more like more NPCs scattered throughout the environment. So, but yeah, I'm loving the different type of vampire, the special elite vampires. It's like I'm liking it so far. I kind of see the vision Arcane had with this game, and I'm enjoying it. Like I'm really enjoying it. Like at first, like I said, I made the video before saying how this game was absolutely awful. I didn't want to put my pride to the side and say, hey, I need to look at tips on how to beat this vampire nest. Instead of being frustrated, I should look at tips on how to beat it. But once I started getting the hang of how to fight multiple groups of vampires at once, then it's like I'm enjoying the game now. So that was a issue on my part. I kind of wish I didn't put that. I thought Redfall was trash, because now I think the game is amazing now. So now it just looks looks like I got a lot of turns on my opinion about this game. But I am really loving it now. So. But yeah, this is one of the statements that Phil Spencer made during an interview. Now, Phil Spencer has apologized for the launch state of Redfall and claimed Microsoft was expecting better reviews. We would never strive to launch a game that we thought was going to be reviewed in the lower 60s. It's not part of our goals. So I get it. They wanted the game to do extremely well. Like Xbox fans too, we want the game to review well. We want the game to review really high as well too. The show that the brand has amazing titles on it, but it sucks. But the game, like I said, from my personal experience with this game, my character's at level 7. I'm assuming I got like at least 7 to 8 hours, 7 to 9 hours in this game possibly. I'm enjoying it so far right now. I'm enjoying the story. Definitely be a game I'm going to be completing. So I am loving the game right now. So it kind of sucks that Phil Spencer's getting all his heat right now. Xbox is getting all his heat and negativity, but the game is fun. There is a fun game to be had on the bugs and that texture, weird texture, how the textures look and everything. So it's a fun game to be had there. And I'm just talking about the single player alone. I haven't even played multiplayer yet, so I don't know. I heard there's issues with that too, but I'm having a fun time. So like I said before, if you are undecided about this game, play the game for yourself. Stop listening to the negative thoughts about the negativity about this game. The game is fun. People can say I'm coping, I'm an Xbot. I don't care. I just want to play fun games, great games. And this is a fun game, a great game to me. So, those are my thoughts about this. The low 60s is generous in my opinion. See, that's the thing here. A lot of people can leave their comments saying how the game is just so trash. But once again, how many people have actually played the game and put time into the game? Like, I don't think very many who are making these comments. Like, I'm not one of those people who like look at people achievements and stuff like that or their trophies, but I kind of just want to see the people who are posting these comments like this. Did you actually play the game? Like, it's kind of like with the whole Metacritic thing. People can leave a negative review on Metacritic, a user score, and they probably not even play the game. They're just going by hearsay. They're just going by what the popular opinion is, and that's to hate this game right now. So I got a feeling this is going to be a cult classic in a while. Like, once the heat dies down, it's probably when they get a 60 FPS patch. More people are going to come out and say they really enjoyed the game. So I kind of feel that. I kind of have a feeling like this is what this is going to be in the long term. This game is going to be a cult classic at this point. But like some places gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I even saw the website Stevivore, the Sony fanboys hate, even gave it a high score. They gave it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. And I can see why. The game is fun. Like, the game is a fun game. So, like I said, once again, that like I want this game to get a sequel, but who knows at this point? Like, it's getting so much negativity right now. Like, so hopefully the game does well. Like, a lot of people show interest into this game. It doesn't, and like I don't know how they do sequels at this point based on Game Pass sales, but hopefully, if it was up to me, I hope this game gets a sequel, but you know, it probably won't. So it sucks because this is a brand new, fresh idea, a very creative idea right here. It's a vampire taking over a whole city. We haven't seen that in video game form. I don't think we have seen it in a video game format before. I know we probably seen it like in a movie. I think like 28 days or 28 weeks later. That's what the vampire movie is called. We've seen that before, but not like this in a video game format. And I have a lot of fun with it. So those are just my thoughts about this. You can see Xbox and Phil Spencer, they're trying to change their public opinion about with Xbox, and they're trying to make their games be low 60s. I know people want to say the Game Pass effect, but they're not trying to do that. They're trying to make the games all be spot on and be amazing. And that's why Xbox fans want anyway, the games to be amazing. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave it like this. I love Redfall right now. I think it's an amazing game. There's a lot of blemishes, a lot of a lot of rough patches, but the game is a funny game underneath all that. If you can get past that and look at some tips and tricks, if you get frustrated, then you should be okay with this game. Like, I think it's a great game. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like for this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace.